There we go. Who's that? Valentine. Marianne. Okay, guys. Welcome, welcome. You know the drill. We'll get started here momentarily. Let a few others join us. Going to be an interesting day. Market sure is waiting. We all know the market forever and ever wants to go up. Just needs the okay. It's going to take some. It's going to be interesting to see how he deals with this. Not easy for him. Okay, what do we have? I usually give it till 4 minutes after. Kind of an interesting mix here. Oh, let's see here. Some crypto. It's kind of a. I think everybody's kind of waiting to see. Give it a minute or two. We're just auctioning back and forth, value area high to value area low, right? So far, I'm watching the NQ and the ES. Pinging the low, pinging the high, right? Just nobody wants to be off sides. Oh, what are we at? 33, another minute, we'll get started here. First up, Vistra. Yes, I don't know what they're doing. What do we got here? A slow stoke. All right, another minute. Okay, there's 34. So let's all right, let's get rid of this. Fully disclaim. You know, they make us do that. Anyway, okay, so let's the lag will catch up here in a minute. Let's see. By the way, Mary Ann with an emphasis on the A. Mary Ann. Not Mary, Marian. So I say Marianne. Is that right? Marianne. I do love that we have people from all over the world. Really, it's pretty fucking amazing. Well, I'm just glad you're here. Thanks for the help. Now I have to. It's a little. I don't know if you're male or female. Is that terrible? I can't tell. It's hard to tell. Marianne, you know, my Discord, if we have 3 women in there, it's rare, right? This is such a sausage party. Okay, sorry, you guys. God damn, you guys still on the disclaimer. There it is. Okay, here we go. All right, man. From Sweden. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. Isn't that cool? We get people from all over the world. It's just like so cool to me. Okay, let me get focused here. So first up, this is Cian Salazar, long-term member, right? Very skilled. See, one of the fun things for me is I get to watch these guys improve. And he's certainly gone through a lot of improvements since when he first joined us. So this is, you know, it's always kind of rewarding for me. So looking here, now this is Vistra Corp. He trades a lot of equities. So he's got a long-term chart here, right? It's good, right? Certainly when the kind of volatility we have right now, as I kind of nudged members, you know, higher time frames are going to be where you want to be. There's so much volatility on the lower time frames, right? Counts are getting blown up left and right. Golden zones blown on both sides. It's tricky, right? We've got this tug of war between fiscal and monetary policy. So, you know, a lot of uncertainty, but the you know, greed is a powerful force, right? So people are going to find ways to rationalize. any way they can to continue to buy, right, until they're, they get a wake-up call. Okay, so as we look here, now first, okay, do we need to be in log scale? Well, okay, we got 10 to, pretty much no choice but that. Now, hard to ignore what he's emphasizing here, right? If I bring these in like this, right, that's some pretty wicked RSI. RSI and Stoke, it's, I always think people, you need to understand what an RSI and what a Stoke are actually showing you. I think a lot of times people just go, whatever, right? Okay, well, so if it's over 50, yes, there's some truth, but you should understand what it's actually doing, what it's telling you. Right, now, I'm not going to get into it. Let's break down an RSI and a Stoke, but, go to Google and say, explain an RSI, explain it. If you don't know, it's funny, right? How many people I will ask that to, especially over on our indicator side, they don't understand what it's actually showing you. It's really not that complicated. But I digress. So the point being here, I've got pretty wicked divergence. Now, let's put this on there here as well, right, just to make this point. Why do I use this one? Because I like the squeeze. I like to see that compression. So this is kind of always a useful tool for, trying to define 3, 4, and 5, really. Now, can we see it here, as a 1 long sideways here? Look at the squeeze, right? Now, we're on a weekly. Look at the length of the time that we're in that squeeze. And then it's, I say this every week, every video I've ever done, right? So from that contraction comes the expansion, right? It's nothing to do with the markets, just it's how the world works, right? So from that compression, expansion, right? So we get a 1, 2, or you probably call this 1, 2. You need an impulse within that 3, so pretty easy to spot that. Now on the weekly, to get all the way back down here, and note again, in the 4, another squeeze, right? Another contraction before the expansion, right? It's pretty, it's just, again, it has nothing to do with the markets. It's just how the universe works, right? So we have contraction, expansion, contraction, contraction, expansion. So we can apply that to the markets and look here. Well, okay, that's a pretty big drop. The whole market got, shaken. Now, one thing you should note right here, it's of course, again, it's kind of things that I focus on every week. Oh shit, I want this one. Okay, from this corner, 80%. Let's fatten that up a bit, right? When you're right here, are you still? Oh fuck, it's easy to go. Oh fuck, that median line shit, right? Forget that, right? It's obviously not going to go there now. Obviously not going to go there now, is it? 80% is 80%. There it is. Now burned, right? It's a one-time use. Now you could get another series on here, but okay, how does this look, right? The other thing that he's doing here, which, to his credit, let's see, how is he doing it? Well, let's see. He might be doing straight expansion. He might be. What are you using, CNCLs? I can't tell what you're using there. That's your retrace. What are you using here? Is that you're just doing straight expansion, I guess. Huh, weird what he's doing there. I would have done it this way. Well, anyway, I don't want to disrupt that. Okay, so if we're looking here, 1, 2, well, what else are we going to call it, right? It's kind of a no-brainer, right? 3, 4. So, it's so obvious. You almost look at it and go, oh, come on, man. Fuck, it can't be that easy. Can it? It's always a good idea to kind of pick apart your work and go, okay, what's wrong with it? I do that all the time. Okay, why? Why wouldn't that be the case? Well, you might just do a little bit more in here just to help confirm. Okay, well, how do we look in the? Oh, why I have that? Let me get this back here. I don't know why I'm getting that across. It's something happens when I copy their stuff. Okay, what's the high probability location for a wave? Wave 4. We got an order block here, right? This is, we're going to come into this conversation. We look at a couple of cryptos where you get on the edge of, okay, is there enough evidence here, even if the Elliott is a little squirrely, is there enough evidence for that buy here? Well, do we come out and do a 5? Sure looks that way. Let's go down to a daily and see how that breaks down on the subdivision, because, yeah, you can make a trade decision off the weekly, but I'm not so sure at very least I want to check the daily. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this got interesting. Okay, could we finish it here? Well, that's certain. Well, okay, let's. Well, interesting. Okay, let me break that down a little bit. That's not what I see at first glance. So he's putting the 4 here so he can finish it here. Okay, let's pick that apart, right? So this, I mean, whether it's yours or anyone else's, how do we measure here on this for the third? Okay, 227, you know, it's to the tick. You know, you got a little reaction here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You wouldn't want to separate the two. That's a 5. I see what he's doing. Okay, so you're being led by where the 3s and where the 5s. So this is one where it's really, you don't have a whole lot of choice here. You've got such a clear 5. Let me get that down. It's a bit ridiculous. Oh, come here. Okay, we got a 5 in there. We got a 3 here. You probably stuck with the 3 here, although if I went down to a 4, right? Do we have something else in there? Not a great 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's iffy. So this 5 has to drive that, and then I've got, we could probably label it up from here, some sort of something along this line to get us done. So what's the point of this? Well, it's a couple things. One, you want to double check, right? So in the context of this being education and not just give me the trades, right? Which, you know, some people that's all really they want. But, you know, for those of you that are students of Elliott and our particular methodology, which is a blend of Elliott plus fibs plus geometry plus market structure now, which, you know, we've added that in the last couple of years because just out of necessity, because that's where their head is. You kind of want to break it down, break it apart and say, okay, is this, you know, am I comfortable putting money at risk here on this idea? So he's working through this. Oh, let's see here. We can use this one. So there's a 3 here. He's going with an A, B, C 3 here into a 5 so that he can finish with the 5. So this is, he's done the work here. He kind of left this a little bit vacant, but this is what's driving. You have to work with the last thing that you saw, right? So I've got this 5 coming down, then a 5 finishing here. Well, we begin and we end in 5s. Well, so what, right? There was a potential here if this hadn't gone up here, that this might have been an A, B, and we're heading down. Because you could probably talk yourself into, okay, 1, 2, it's a baby 2. That sure looks like a 4. This would have been very easy to look at that and assume, okay, top's in. Very easy, right? And that's, remember, whether it's whether a video or a live stream, it's always just a snapshot in time, right? And it can change in the blink of an eye, right? It just takes one, freak out like the market just did on Monday, and accounts are getting completely blown up, and you've got to reorient it based on the most recent price action. So you've got to understand that they are waves and they are prone to changing. So this now, after the freak out here with the push up and the push down, it looks like he's got a good conclusion. It's a little funky, but it flies, right? So it's 3, 3, 5, right? So he gets a running flat. So he's doing it this way, 3, 3, 5. Whenever I see that, the next thing I always want to do, I kind of want to measure to see, is there any relationship? Let's get right on that pivot. Often you'll see it come down and ping that 100. Maybe out of log it would. But then we finish with the 5. So this now, I've got a big monster gap here, right? Now, of course, gaps, right, are just inherent when you're trading equities, right, just from the day to day. But sometimes I'll just come and do it like this. Say, okay, well, close to close. You want to be a buyer there? Interestingly, what seems to be the support and resistance here is that median line from, how many years ago. So his view is there's a potential, right, as we sit here looking at this and looking at the retrace. Okay, if it's a B wave, well, any of these, that's prime. You could probably put 887 on there, 786. Put all of them, go to platinum. So you got all of those contenders here. You wouldn't be surprising to see the market try and fill the gap much as it could. So something like this. Now, can you sell that? See, some people look at that and they go, oh, shit, man, I can't sell that. Look, it's fucking going straight up. I look at that and go, oh, my God, I can sell that here. Look how low the risk is. But it's not just it's not just the fact, oh, God, I put my stop right here and look how low the risk is. It's in the context. Oh, in that context, does that make sense? 1, 2, A, B. We don't know it's the top of the top of the top. It's the start of something. So what you're anticipating here, we could simplify it and say what you're anticipating here is a 3. Right, to stay consistent with that. If you get something other than a 3, then, oh, now you got to rethink it, right? I could do right up here. I could even expand in the B wave, right? Which is kind of annoying, but, you know, you see it happen, right? It's a liquidity sweep, and then we come down. So you have to be prepared for all of that, which is why putting a stop, you know, a tick beyond, you just become liquidity bait, right? So you got to give it a little bit of a cushion to allow for those kind of sweeps because they're so common now because the algos will do it. Let's get this out of here. But if I bring this back to his trading plan, let's see if I got him over here. Bring this, I think, oh shit, I don't remember where he gave it to me. Where'd you put that, CN Salazar? Well, it doesn't matter. So here's his entry. I haven't touched those. So he's trying to get in. Let's bring this over. We'll call that what it would be, which is a supply zone. Okay, so if we're coming from this down into this, right? So he's trying to get in here right at the golden zone. We don't know. 1, 2, A, B. Not going to know till you see it resolve. Now, all of this fitting, right? Look at the, as he noted on the weekly, right? Divergence. Oh, that little slow Stokes. Well, that's just, you don't, you know, it's just the cyclical nature of it. Oh, come here. I'd be focused certainly on this divergence. Now, divergence is, okay, look at the RSI, right? It's already cycled back down, right? Again, understand what an RSI is showing you. It's not magic just because it did that. Let's get that reset there. This is, all right, do we still have divergence here? Or do we have a double? Oh, fuck, I hate that that does that. Get out of there. Do we have a double here? That wouldn't keep me out of the trade. Now, earnings, we got some time. End of February. Very tradable, right? So you want to just trigger that. So I would do exactly what he's done here. He's probably got an alert set on this. If we come into that range, I mean, that lends itself pretty nicely to option trades, right? It's about the right price. You could sell out of the money call spread to pay for puts. I like to sell these to offset the cost of the put because if the market's going up, the other thing is the puts will be less expensive as the market moves away. So you can sell the increased volatility and premium that'll be in the calls because people will be anticipating this. You sell that and pay for an at the money or near the money put, right? You could do a spread, depends, right? But you see, if you're going to do a put spread to try and leverage this, I like to enter just one side of it because if the market starts to head down this way, I can sell further from the money. So I can get a wider spread. Whereas if I'm doing it this way, well, the put that I'm buying, of course, is going to be less expensive, but the put that I'm selling is also less expensive. Not to get into a whole option thing, because I know many of you don't trade options, but that for those of you that do, that's a way to approach that here. As we come up here, out of the money call spread, right? You don't want to leave that naked, so sell the out of the money call spread by one, or well, per one here by the offset cost of the put. And then if it starts to come your direction, then you sell the second put, right? Because you'll get more money for it. It'll lower your cost for that put premium. So he's got, this is nicely done. He's got 3 targets here. So we bring this, oh, let's see. Let's go back to what he had given me weekly. Let's go to a, oh shit, where are you? 3-day, that'll work. Nice set of targets, right? The big one being, see, it's funny, just human nature. You look at this one and go, oh, well, I could only get 9 to 1 here. Oh, but look at this one. I can get 30. Look at this one. All right, I can get a massive winner here. Okay, why would he target it here? Well, if we're going to retrace, if it's complete, where would we anticipate the market going? 50, golden zone. You see how you don't even see it, but he's actually implementing our methodology here just with the targets here. Very nicely done. Right, it's technical. You got a divergence. You've got momentum divergence. You've got the median lines. I'm likely to do the same thing. In fact, I'm going to do it right now so I don't miss it. There's that an alert right there. Let's take it up just a hair. I kid you not when I tell you that often the best trades that I get are things that I see on live stream because I can't watch everything. I mean, that's an easy trade to take if it comes up here. Now, if it comes up there. So that should be one perhaps on your watch list for those of you that trade equities. Beautiful, CN Salazar. Beautiful. Okay, just be mindful, right? You've got earnings coming, right? So be aware of that. Okay, let's keep moving here. So nicely done. Oh, I got Wonks is giving me FET. I know he's been watching this one closely. So let's see what Wonks has got here. This is a member of my team, Cosmos. He's changed his handle a couple of times. Cosmos Wonka now. Okay, so let me copy this. I know the triangles are tricky. CN Salazar, yeah. Yeah, CN Salazar is just commenting. Okay, so here we got FET 1 week. Now notice, right, so I'd love to see this. So my comment to the guys this morning was, hey, higher time frames are going to be where you want to be in this kind of volatility. Well, look what's coming. So far, 2 weeklies. Love you guys. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now triangles. It's so easy for them to blow up, right? So that, you know, it's a forecast, but, you know, you got to be prepared for variability here. Could this, you know, we're forecast. Look what we're trying to forecast. This and then this, right? That's a lot, right? Before it's there. I mean, this could easily sell off, and all of a sudden we got something else on our hands. But right now it looks reasonable. Okay, right? But I don't have the D and I don't have the E, so this is more okay. Let's wash it. Same thing, right? Whenever you've got something like this, take the time, right? Just to, if you're looking at this, so let's say you're on this live stream, don't just go, I saw it on a live stream here, so I'm going to do the work, right? I mean, okay, do you see the same thing? It's hard to ignore that. Now, other things, right, that are just, you know, you want to pay attention to. If this isn't random, right? That we haven't overlapped this yet. So, you know, could we be done here? Well, we're going to wait. Now, remember, we're on a weekly. So we're going out to, just note here, we're going out to 28. So, you know, this is not something you're going to act on in the near term. But let's take it down a little bit. Let's go down to a daily. Oh, look at it. He's done all the work here. I didn't even see that. For the impatient trader, this is like, oh fuck, you kidding me, right? I'm not trading that until for another 3 years. Well, you know, if we get a C to D, okay, there's some juice there. Yeah, let's see how my guys are. Oh, there we go. They're just adding stuff. Okay, tradable now. Well, if you brought it up just as it is right there, are you trading that? I mean, things you can see here, obviously, right, we've got consolidation here. That's been tapped, right? Not fully mitigated, but the down before the up, right? So this bullish order flow. We're technical. We haven't overlapped the 1, right? This is a very common retracement down a degree to the 3, 4. All of the Elliott here is really just beautifully done, right? He's, you know, of course, very skilled. I think he's level 3, right? Master technician. So I don't expect that there's going to be errors in here. It's going to say anything invalid. This is some tricky, a lot of triangles going on. We got a triangle here. We got the whole thing's a triangle. So really the question would be, per this count, is do you want to try and trade this? Do you want to try and trade the D? Well, just as I've drawn it there, knowing how the market moves, I wouldn't trade it until I got here. And this is just me. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying, for me, I'm going to wait for the swing retrace. Now, that could be March. Right, I'm back to a daily now. Because if I'm going to trade this, I know this is how the market moves. That's all it ever does. Right? It's just degrees of this. That's all it can do. We're in 2 dimension, right? That's all it can do. Now, it can go, it can do crazy variations of that, but all of this is just a series of threes. Now, we get into a triangle, right? That's a wild card, but it's really just a series of threes that are connected. So even an impulse, you're just connecting two threes. So is this tradable? You're picking the turn there. So to me, I would not trade that until I get the first one. Why take the extra risk? Give me that. I'll take this when it retraces. Just, again, just my opinion. Well, it's certainly one to watch. Let's dig in there a little bit. Where's the change in state of delivery, right? That seems to be how it's being phrased now. So this is all one time framing down here. We're not overlapping the ones. Or shoot, pardon me. We're not overlapping the highs of any of these. So this is all one single move. So you would really, at this degree, I'd want to see it take that. Let's bring that down here and let's dot that and let's call it, right? I think this is shit. Yeah, that's fair. There we go. Right. So this is all one move down, right? So it's been inducement, change in state of delivery. This seems to be the verbiage, right, that people have gravitated to. So this is all one move. So how do I, you've seen me do this before many times. How do I know the low's in? Is it in now? No. In now? No. In now? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's got to be it. Nope. How about now? Right? Until we sweep one of those highs, there's no pivot. You have nothing to confirm the low is in other than your wishful thinking. You want to see it go. There's no evidence of it. Make the market show you before you take it, and then just take the retrace. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, but that should simplify the process. Okay, one move down. Let's confirm the low. So let's sweep the last pivot that led to the low. Let's get a change in state of delivery or inducement, however you want to call it, right? And I'll take the retrace because this confirms this. Now, retrace, what am I anticipating? Per the Elliott count, I'm looking for 3. Now, you can't really do this because you don't have it yet, but I kind of give you an idea of what you'd be after there. Let me get right here, and then I'll take it, right? That's a good one. Thanks for that, Wonks. Look at all the great detail work he's put in here. See, in the process of doing that, what that's doing is just you're building your conviction in your count. It's so easy to go, oh, fuck, okay, WXY, but just wing it through that. If you're going to put money at risk, wouldn't you want to put that little bit of extra effort in there? It doesn't take that much longer. What happens is people go, oh, fuck, I don't know. Oh, shit, I don't know what that is. Okay, well, so this is, right. And so it's too easy to just go, oh, fuck it. I don't have time for that. Are you just playing in here? Or are you here to see return on your investment of time and money? Well, if you're serious about it, put the work in, right? Wonks has done it. That's really nice work, Wonks. Really nice. Really, really nice. I know he's all over this coin. He must have a decent-sized position. I think I've got some of it. Well done, well done. Okay, Mr. Bitcoin is asking him, oh, wait, he changed. Oh, he added. Okay, so he wanted... Oh, what does he want? So he wants Tesla. Here, I have it over here. Tesla, of course, we're getting earnings today, so that's going to be a wild card. I don't like to trade day of earnings. I want to trade day after earnings, right? Let's get the volatility out of the way here. So where are we sitting here? If I get this right on that pivot high, get them right on there. AB looks like we got a diag into an X wave here. So this is... Now, let me get rid of that. I know I talk with my hands on the mouse. A, B, C. Probably no dispute about that. A, B, C. Right into a golden. Not to mention, right, you've got the bullish, the bearish order flow right here, right? Up before the down. What do? Right to the 50%. At the golden zone. That's called confluence. All right, that's what you're looking for is confluence. Is there more than just, we're at the golden zone. Is there something else there? To add to, okay, am I comfortable putting money at risk there? A, B. Now we don't know, right? This could be deeper. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do an A, B, C and go deeper. You don't know. There's no knowing. There's forecasting based on what we can see, right? The context. Well, if this is a WX, we're anticipating an ABC. Well, what else can we add on to that? Well, if this is the 2 low here, I think we're right on it. If we're on the 2 low here, 1, 2, 3, 8, running flat into a 5, right? So it looks like we've got a good impulse here. Oh, when in doubt. I always want to put this on, right? Again, I want to see the squeezes. All right, so let's bring that one down for a second. Not to discount, right, the RSI divergence. Let's go up to a 4 here. Squeeze, right? 4 hour, we've been in a squeeze for a while, right? So you have a lack of volatility. We know what comes after that, right? It's not whether it's going to happen. It's just when it's going to happen. Now, earnings today, I have learned painfully not to trade on the day of Tesla earnings, right? It's very hard to pick which way it's going to go. So I wait a day, let the volatility come out of it. There'll still be premium, right, for the option traders. There'll still be premium in that. But let's get the pattern to complete. If indeed this is A, B, C, okay, we're looking for a pivot down here, right? That which would make sense. Where's the high probability location for a wave 4? Right here, right where we are. Let's just go to, we'll just put that in default, right? So right where we are literally, now look here, we've got a big low volume node here. You can see why. So if I shrink that up here, right? No business was done there, right? So we've got this little air pocket here. Went through quickly, came back, tested. You know, we can get this one out of there. Test. Now, right? You gotta don't miss that, right? And I'm just drawing it from the wave 2 low, right? So I'm getting all of the wave 3 up, dealing with this. Okay, so here's an, that would be an ideal location. So well, let me rephrase that. What I wouldn't do is sit here and say, okay, as soon as it gets there, I'm buying it. I want to see it get there and give me a little reaction, because what I really want is that. Because what I'm anticipating is we're going to go 3, 4. Now, if I do that, do I think I'm done here? No, right? If I got that right now, I don't have it, right? So but if I were to get something like that, I'm ecstatic, right? Because now I'm thinking, that's not 5. That's 1 of 5, meaning 5. I mean, it's, whether you love him, hate him, whether you think what's going on is just the most obscene amount of political corruption in human history, well, certainly in U.S. history. No question about whether it is, but the question is, okay, it is, right? We can't stop it. It's happening. So how do we profit from it? That's really what's going on. America said, we don't care, just make us money. That's where we are. Okay, so I certainly wouldn't be betting that we're going to do something radical and just free fall, right? That's not going to happen, right? So what you're looking for is to time your entry here. Not to mix in the politics, but let's be real, right? This is just blatant corruption. How do we profit from it, right? They're going to profit from it. Why should we not as well? Sorry for you then. There's no, right? It is what it is. Let's let it get down here. So day after, whether we get a push or whatever happens here, let's get through the volatility of the actual day of the release of the earnings, and see what it looks like on the other side. Right? It's not going to go here today or tomorrow, but it will give you some idea of how does it look here. Of course, you're going to want to pay attention to where the options are positioned. Right? But that's another bottle of wine. Okay, so sitting here, I do this all the time. Right? I'm just going to add an alert there. So if that triggers, I want to know. If we get here and on the edge, right? Because it'll often hold right at the edge before it goes to because if it gets through, it's going to the next one. It's going to the other ledge. So can we get down here and get a ping? Well, what would that do to the Elliott count? It's going to make it fucking perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the high probability at the 38 POC. God, can it get any prettier? Technically, I think not. Right now, add in his position, if you will, or his office in the White House, I wouldn't be bearish. Sorry for you that don't like any of the political dialogue. Sorry. All right, but it's reality, so we got to deal with it. Oh, he wants some MicroStrategy is a bitch, actually. I know. Oh, here, let's just do it here. Let's just split this one. And let's get MSTR. Just a proxy for Bitcoin, right? How do you feel about Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin's a little weird right now. Let's get back to a daily. All right. Well, if you just brought it up, right? First question is, oh, okay. Well, do we need to be in log scale? Yeah, we got to be in log scale. This is, whether you're applying Elliott or not, right? It would be hard pressed to not just look at this as the consolidation for the expansion, right? It's the same shit. It never changes. Okay, so what are we really talking about here? Is this the same thing up here? Just happening the same thing here? Accumulation, acceleration, distribution, right? I mean, it's almost the same thing, right? I mean, he's down at Mar-a-Lago, right? He's on the advisory board for the, this is not likely to, I don't want to get into all that, but okay, all right, so coming off of this low, God, should I had a count on this? Now I've lost it. Oh, should I remember this? Well, let's keep it simple here. I remember doing this count here. Shit, I'm sorry I don't have it. I have it somewhere. I thought I saved it. It got a little funky in here, but we can probably get away with this here without going into all of it. Let's get this one off here. We'll back up. It's just perfect consolidation. Let's go to the daily. Oh, there's probably no reason to overcomplicate this. Let's bring that down a degree. Oh, I have that other count here. I remember it took a while, a little back and forth with the team here. WX, oh, what did we do here? Probably to ABC. It's clean enough. 1, 2. Now that's leaves you a little bit like, oh, how do we get out of that in a bullish way? Well, it doesn't look very bullish, does it? Probably not much dispute here. Now, could we turn that into, well, let's go down to a 4 here. That's a lot of 3s, is it not? Right? So we can look here and just say, okay, well, ABC. Oh, there's an ABC here, but I would just put them together like this. There's probably a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the ABC. ABC. Well, there might be a triangle in there, but let's keep it simple. What do you think? Right? So can we connect all those ABCs in some way that would make sense? Well, let's just start. Let's see if we can. W, X, Y. Seems reasonable. Looks like I'm going to need a candidate for another X. Now, do I know that's where we are? No. We're just kind of looking where we are. And then also, I always want to do this. Just say, okay, am I missing something here that I can't see because the gaps that are a function of were equities? Okay. Am I missing something? We're on a 4 hour. Let's go back to the daily. This is just wicks, right? Just wicks up here. There's probably a triangle in this. Yeah, maybe not. That's not a grade 3. We want to do this. Okay, what now? So, all right, I've got an incomplete picture here. Could be something like this. Now, we're obvious targets, right? We know that algos like to move from what do I have here? Let's just put the liquidity out here. So this would be liquidity outside of this range that we're in. This is liquidity sitting up here, already been grabbed. So we can probably just highlight that as liquidity up here. If we bring it across, right, we've got that sitting here. I'd also be mindful just here. Okay, where are the liquidity? Now, there's a, oh shit, there's a good little, Lex Algo has one. Here we go. It's just going to wick off, right? The same idea. Where is that liquidity going to show up? I can get it to run. For some reason, that's not popping. Okay, so what do we think here? What else? What have I not done yet? Right? If you're just trying to pick this apart, say, okay, could this be my 4? Well, where's Al? Well, let's see. Let's go one by one. B, target. Back to the 50. Target. Once we get down here, 50s seem to be very much in play here, right? It's not always going to be Goldens. Look left. All right, that's unmitigated order flow. This would be bullish order flow. So it would be a demand zone. What do I have a start on here? Looks like it's a start on an A wave to me. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we're trying to go A, B, C. Oops. Starting at the top. A, B, C. Right now, if Bitcoin launches, right, we're gonna have to rethink this. How, could we be done here? Yeah, we could. This could turn into a diag. It's those are a series of 3s. You're maybe going to do ABC into a 1. You know, you're doing that because that's what you want to see, right? So be careful of that, of filling in the gaps. Oh well, it can't be. You know, it's not going to sell off today because it's MicroStrategy, right? It's Bitcoin, and careful. What do you see? Don't trade what you think. Trade what you see, which sounds counterintuitive, but it's too easy to go, well, I think it's going higher because it's a crypto-friendly administration here, so this must be the start of a diag. Is that what you see? Well, if this is going to turn into a one wave of a diag, which, okay, it could, right? Leading diag into the one of the 5th wave here to get up here. Okay, maybe. But don't forecast it, you know, fill in all the blanks in your mind's eye, right? Right now, it's just a series of 3s. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Where's a 5? It's not a rhetorical question. There is no 5. There's not a 5 in there. Right, we go back to the daily, weekly. There's no 5 in there. Just a lot of 3s. So which is consistent with the idea that we're in consolidation before we, you know, contraction, expansion. Let's get our EWO on there, see if we're in a squeeze. So it's a free indicator, right? Why would you not put it on? So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Yeah, we're in a squeeze. Seems silly to not check, right? Why? Oh, are we in a squeeze, right? Well, we know what comes after. Oh, we're just out of a squeeze, right? But that would suggest, I mean, we're sitting at the flat line. Which way is that going to go today? You know, you're rolling dice. What else could we do here? You know, there's going to be, this is going to be a big consolidation. So if we put on the volume profile, let's use it from the low. Okay, well, big high volume node. That's not surprising. Big air pocket here down to the POC. If there's a surprise, right? And a retrace, a sell-off is not necessarily unhealthy for the market. It's often what the market needs to relaunch. Excuse me. So anything here I'm missing? Nope. Nope. That's it, right? It's just banging those 50s. So I would leave that alone. Is there anything to do here right now, today, prior to when's their earnings? Right, a couple of days. Wednesday the 5th. I think not. So that's a hurry up and wait, in my view. You have no edge there, so why force something? Depeche, right? Oh, we love Depeche's work. Let's see what he's got cooking. He's on an alternate view of FET. Oh, an alternate view to Cosmos Wonks. Let's see what he's thinking. FET. Okay, 1, 2. Can we get away with this? Okay. I'm going to do this here just because this is how I need to see it. How's our impulse here? Well, this is, it's, you got to remember, you can't, don't expect the Elliott to be perfect. That's not realistic, right? We're not looking for perfection in all of the Elliott, right? There's going to be times where it's just not perfect. So it can guide you, but you don't want to be so rigidly tied to the rules and that you ignore obvious support and resistance or some geometry or something else that might be influencing your decision. Don't expect the Elliott to be perfect, right? So if we look here, and I think that's where people they kind of get caught up in it, like, oh, wait a minute, this is not a perfect impulse. Well, so that can't be right. Well, again, if you're looking for perfection, it's going to be a long wait till you get something that's perfect. Do they show up? Yeah, they do. They do. Is this reasonable to call this 3? Is it reasonable? Well, okay, there's a few things in here. Do we overlap the 4? No. Right, if I get that up there. Is that a clean impulse? No. Diag. Is this a clean 5? You going to call it corrective? No. Maybe you get away with this. A, B, C, D, E. Does it matter? It almost looks like it truncates, right? So again, the Elliott is just not perfect. 1, 2, 3. This is what it looks like to me. It looks like we went. Come here. Like we started pretty well. We got a big impulsive 3. This would have been the consolidation 4. What? Didn't get it. So are we just going to go? Oh, fuck it. It's a 5. It kind of leaves you hanging. So, one thought is, okay, well, if it's that unclear, why am I going to put money at risk? Does anybody know what this is? No. Is that a clean 5? Not really, right? Okay, so what else do we have to work with here? So you don't want to get going, fuck, well, the Elliott's not perfect, so I can't possibly trade this. Well, slow down. Could this be a 5-3? Yeah, it could. Where's Al? Not perfect. Right, 707. Could that be a B wave? Yeah, of course. Makes me think, right? So if we're pushing here, it makes me think the other side was trying to get to a target. Do you see that? No, we didn't do this in advance. Do you see what happened here? Algo. There's Al on the other side. Remember, he's on both sides. Right? So they got their target. They blew through this one to get the target. Again, I cannot make this shit up. There it is, right in your face. Why? Oh, why did it? That's why. You can deny it all you want, right? But it's just, I'm going to just every single live stream, every single video. It's not why it moves. It's how it moves. Okay, so do we have a candidate here for the B? What is that? Oh, we doing it again? What are we doing here? Is that 1, 2? Does it look like a completed 5? No. Looks like it's another series of 3s, right? So there's some compromise that often has to take place to get to, okay, is there enough evidence to support the idea behind it? Do I have enough confluence of other components here to say, okay, I'll take a nibble at that, right? So if you're unclear, is there a 5 here? Yeah, there's a good-looking 5 into that A. Good-looking B here? Maybe. You probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B. You probably get away with that, right? As that B. Okay, that's all right. Does it look like 5 there? Looks like 3 to me. It looks like it's A, B, C. Okay, it's not perfect. 1, 2. All right, so here, now again, is this perfect? Not perfect. Is that what we've got? We're going to do this as a diag. Plenty of overlap. All right, I want to see what happened at that pivot. Again, note, it's the same way every time. Okay, in the pocket. The 2 and the 4. Good? No. Did we get target? Yes. You see my point, right? So if you were dialing that up, is this what I would want to see for the 4 to the 5? Is that what I want to see? No. Is it tradable? That's the question, right? Is it tradable? Well, I would need more here because that's, fuck, okay, maybe we can get away with that. Is there enough here, right, to support the idea? Well, again, I come back to, okay, well, this bullish order flow, right, it has not been fully mitigated. 1, 2, 3, 4, they're going to have another squirt down here. Does that look like an impulse? No. Right, they all did the same thing here. They all got very wonky here. We'll look at CRV, which has been very frustrating. That looks like a 5. Okay, let's get an A in there. Pardon me, let's get a 1 in there. 1, 2, what's this? Let's put them down here. Oh, what do we got here? Let's go down and let's go to blue here. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay. 1 A, B, C. All right, I can live with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we need more to come. Oh, I guess we're at minuscule here. Let's go to yellow so it stands out. A, B, C. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we can kind of see it. Are we done? Don't know. Let's get in there. What am I on? 2 hour? Okay, we're not overly wacky here. That's not a great looking 1, but I can live with it. You're kind of stuck with that. You've got to put it here. Is this a perfect 1? Definitely not. But the ABC here is strong enough, right? So where's the stronger influence? I would propose to you that the stronger influence would be, let's get done, the ABC to drive to the 2. I don't love the 1. What's that? This, right? So you kind of work backwards. That sure looks like a 3, 4. So can I complete this thing? Doesn't look like it's done. Geez, I'm getting too small here. Let's go up a degree. Hang on. There we go. All right, back to my prior point. Okay, right now, where do we see a change of state of delivery or inducement, however you want to call it? We're going to have to sweep that. Candidate. What else? What have we not done yet? All right, let's measure. All right, where do they usually go? Second most common. To put the 3 here. Let's change that color. Oh, let's go to white. Waiting for a 4. Where's an obvious location where we might? Come here. Jesus, what is up with my? Come on, don't lag on me. There we go. Supply, right? Up before we head down. Could be done here. Would like to see that. At least to get partially mitigated, to get that 4 in there. Coming down for the 5. Okay, do we think we're done there? Right, right here. Most common. Oh, geez, I don't know why I'm lagging, but I am. I'm still on a 2 hour. Did Al get paid here? Yes. Retrace. Right, remember, he's always there on both sides, right? Always going to be an algo on both sides. 1, 2, right? Well, can we finish this thing? 3, 4, 5 down here. Let's go back out to a 4 hour. Trying to get done down here, somewhere in this demand zone. Oh, let's go back to a daily. Geez, I don't know why I'm lagging so badly. So all of that, I guess we can pull this out. Well, I'm lagging. So all of that is in the context of trying to get a 3. That's all we're trying to do, is pick it apart so we can get that. He's got the 100 down here. Here's a golden zone, which I'm going to assume is probably from this low. For a wave 2, could we come down that far? Sure. Remember, market is not obligated ever to do anything at any time, ever. It's going to do what it's going to do. It's not because, oh, well, shit, there's a golden noise. Well, it must be coming down there. Well, there's the geometry, so it must be coming down there. No, the market is never obligated to do anything. We can identify, well, if it comes down here, I'm going to pay attention. It may not make that. What's he pulling from? I think he's pulling. Oh, Jesus. The machine is really giving me trouble. He's pulling from that, right? From that low, because that would be the B to the C. So we'd be retracing that entire impulse. I guess in our new rules, we don't have to overlap, but you'd anticipate if I bring this over here, some sort of overlap with that for the diag. Still questioning this count. Whole wave 1 appears impulsive. Yeah, right. So here you're back to, all right, how rigidly am I going to stick to these rules here, right? So, even Elliott, because different time, right? But would allow in the futures market for some overlap, right? In the hard rules of 4 not overlapping 1. In extreme volatility here in crypto, I think to me, right, I'm a little bit more flexible. I'm not an absolute purist, right? If there's enough other evidence, right? So, I would look at that and say, okay, right here, I'm right at this 50. Here, clearly, prior resistance becoming support. Am I going to DQ this as I'm saying, well, it certainly can't be an impulse, right? As he's noting, right? And he's very skilled, right? Still questioning whether it appears, because it appears like we've got 5 swings. So, are we going to force this into, could we? Well, it wouldn't work as a leading diag 5 through 5 through 5 because 5's too short. So this is you got to make a judgment call there. And the other thing, you got to look there and say, are these just liquidity sweeps? Because the first one sweeps this, the second one sweeps the second one, right? So you can see the liquidity sweeps right here. So, a little bit of flexibility always encouraged, right? Some will live and die by the rules hard as they are, right? If it's not this, it's not that. I'm a little more flexible than that, right? Just again, it's a lot of years of watching, trading, putting money at risk. Bottom line, be picky. If you're not sure, don't trade it. Wait until you are sure. Now don't be retail and go, oh, okay, well, if it takes that high, well, I can buy it now because it broke that high. That's never what we're saying, right? We want to say, okay, let's get a good low in here and something that we could work with. Push, little retrace, right? Because then you've got the evidence and the risk reward, all of that gets compressed. And you're not saying, well, here, where am I, if I put it here, where am I putting my stop? Down here? Or you're just going to randomly use, then you're trading your wallet, not the market, right? Which is not how you want to do it. Okay, Depeche, great stuff, right? Appreciate your work. Well, as he has it, right, it fits in the diag, right? So 3, this being the 1, 2, ABC, 3, ABC, 4. I'm not saying don't be bullish down here. I'm just saying don't try and pick the turn. There's never a reason to do it, right? If you're doing it, you're just trying to be a hero. It's just you're leaving pennies to bring over pennies to pick, or dollars to pick over dimes, right? You don't need to do it. We're just looking for a clean 3 and a pivot on the low, right? Keep it simple. This is very complex, right? But he's very skilled. So don't get overwhelmed by the confusion here, because he's noting, right? Oh, wait. Right? If the Elliott's a little sloppy, right, or dirty, as I will always call it, right, a little dirty Elliott. If it's a little sloppy, be sure there's enough confluence of other components of your TA approach to warrant taking the risk. And maybe if a little sloppy Elliott, if you're going to still take the trade, reduce the size, tighten the risk. Don't overcomplicate. Griff. Oh, okay. This is good, right? It's good timing, right? So this is a Depeche trade. I am still in. Well, shit, I haven't stopped out. I am still in this. This is a good example of exactly what we're talking about, right? So it's been on my mind, so we'll use it here. This was I think this is from last week's live stream, right? So the idea was that we had the 4 potentially in right here because we had a triangle. So we had an A, B, C, D, E. We were coming here. So the triangle was right there. Okay, well, on the Monday when the whole market freaked out over DeepSeek, we swept this low, right? So let's get in there. So technically, right, and as a member very astutely pointed out, okay, well, per hard rules, so let's see, can we go back here? Let's see, I think I can. Can I go, oh, fuck, if I go right here. Okay, so there, it looks like, oh, okay, we know we had the extreme volatility. We had fear in the market, right? So people are just dumping, and they're dumping crypto to cover other losses, right? Because of what's happening, I don't know how many trillions of dollars blown off of tech, right? So it really doesn't have a lot to do with CRV. I mean, some people say, okay, the miners, there's residual impact in crypto, but really it was just fear, right? And margin calls and everything else. So shit, I got to dump some crypto to cover other positions. So that one little spike here, I look at that and go, okay, right? Could we have a descending triangle? Even that is not perfect, right? We're not pinging every one of the trend lines here. But if it was just a wick, you could certainly consider what's happened here. They've swept the liquidity and we're going to pop out of there, right? And if you look in there, right, there was a good chance like, oh, okay, well, I see what happened. Remember, it's wicks only that broke it, right? But if you're putting this back here, oh man, that's a hard break. Well, what did we run into down here? That's the 38. So, I mean, my stop has been sitting here, right? Amazingly, I didn't get tagged. I still haven't been tagged off of the triangle because I gave it enough room. There was there's this over here as well, right? As a potential demand zone. Oh, let's get that right. Demand zone, right? So here's down before we go up, right? It got partially mitigated here. They didn't get to the 50%. Now we got there, right? So you could see, okay, did we sweep here? So do we still have a triangle? Well, by hard rules, absolutely not, right? We do not, right? Because this would have had to hold here. Now, do we have a descending triangle? Well, that's some dirty Elliott. It really shouldn't. It should have pinged and held here. One wick goes through. Okay, you got to make a judgment call there. Is there enough additional evidence to support it? Okay, so let's come back out. And I don't know if Depeche is that hardcore. I just know that he knows Elliott, right? So he would have known, okay, anytime you're in a triangle, it's until it completes, right? It's a estimate from the 2 low here, right? 1, 2, right? All pretty solid, big ripping 3. We are pinging the 38 at a demand zone, at a low volume node here, right? Or on I should say on a ledge. Bring this over here. We're on that ledge. Is that enough confluence to either stay? Now, all I did was just stay in the trade. I didn't just go, oh, fuck, triangles. I better get out. I just stayed there. Now, let's see. How do I get rid of that? Okay, get rid of that. And then we see where we are, right? So we had another dump on that. Again, it looked like, oh, maybe we got a leading diag here. They swept the low again. My stop is still sitting down here, hasn't moved. Right? Do we have a, right, that can't, a, right? It looks like, well, possibly what we have here is now a 5. Let's fatten that up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, it's not going to be a 1, right? Possibly leading diag, so that's out. Possibly a 4. Oops. Possibly a 4. Right? We don't sweep the 1. Looks like we might have an impulse going in here. Okay, so if it's not a triangle, how else can we make it work? So you can see I've had this highlighted because what do? I do exactly what I would encourage you guys to do. I go to my team, right, where they're all master Elliottians, and I go, guys, get me out of here. How do I get out of here? I looked at this and thought, oh, okay, this has got to be a triangle. A, B, C, D, oops. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, that would have led to a W, X, Y. Okay, my wizards are going to come back to me and say, no, you can't have a complex and an actionary wave, so that doesn't fly by hard rules. Right, so that's where, you know, you kind of bump into a rule. This sure looks to me like we went W, triangle, X, Y. We go A, B, C to finish it. Right, well, okay, if you're going to apply the hard rules here, how else can I do this? Well, this is the compromise where, again, is it perfect? No. Is it valid? Get out of there. Yes. So this trade came from trader KDI, right? He and I are back and forth on this morning. And this was his proposition. We went, is that a 3? You know, let's go to a 2-hour. You're going to go A, B, C. It's a little compromise. Well, look at the 1. If that's an 8, here, let's label it. This is the kind of thing that an Elliottian is going to run into all the time, right? I've been doing this for 30 years, right? So this, you know, I'm a little flexible with some dirty Elliott, right? So is that the 1? Well, okay, is that my 2? Or is that an ABC here for the 2? Then we'll look at the 3, right? That ABC couldn't be any more prominent. So do I have to live with this? 8, 1, 2, 3. Is that a 3? A, B, C into the 5 to get that done? You got to compromise. It's not perfect, right? Don't expect the Elliott to be perfect. Right? So this is what this does is it gets you off of a rule break. Okay, all right, sure looks like a triangle to me, but okay, so we're going to call it a leading diag. Okay, I can live with that. All right, what happens, right? So now you have some clarity here in that, excuse me, coming off of this low, I got a pretty clean looking 5, right? So I got a little clarity here. That looks like a good 5, right? We begin and end, whoops. We begin and end with 5s, right? So don't let that drift from your mind, right? We're looking for a 5 to end it. So if it's going to complete as a, this would be over here. If it's going to complete as an A, B, C, I need that 5 to finish it. Do I have it? Yes. Am I moving my stop? No. Am I adding? No. Guess I should get this out of here. I might confuse you. I can't get to it. There we go. Could be done, right? Stop still sitting there, right? Because once there's well, this is as I was saying before. Once there's a little pivot, right? You don't want your stop right here, right? A tick on the other side of it because you're just a target. It's just an obvious target. Look here. All of these, right? You see it all the time, right? You don't want to leave your stop a tick below that, right? Or you'll get swept. So you got to push it off a little bit. Where are my stops? At 66, I think. 6, 5, 6. See, now I have to look over on. I'm in it on BloFin, right? So I think I'm at 66, right? So still sitting here. Okay, could that be the 1, 2 to get out of there? Could be. Are we coming off of as a triangle? Technically, no. Right, so you got to do a little modification here to the count, right? So this would have to be A, B, C. That's a decent looking 5 here, at least to give us that, the flat here for the X. This, you're compromising here. It's dirty Elliott. No way around dirty Elliott here, right? It's just not perfect. Okay, but the 5 is clean. Okay, is that enough? Is that a 1, 2? Well, where's the change of state of delivery or inducement? Right there, right? So if we can get out of here with this, because I still like the project. That's what we need. This has to hold. Sweep, sweep, change of state of delivery. This would be a chalk up here. All right, consider that, right? Because this is our last push down, so we get a change of character on that. Oh, you know, some might bicker with that, right? But as far as I'm concerned, there's a completed 5. So if we sweep that B, okay, right, this is going to look a whole lot better. I don't know that we'll get there on the first push, if indeed this is going to hold. 1, 2, maybe. Right? The implication now is that the low is in. Oops. The other thing here, look at the channel. Let's go to an 8. Look at the channel off the low. Right, that's a lot of confluence to suggest, boy, that's right where very good odds here that we can get a pivot off of that, unless we're going to collapse, right, and this count is going to fall apart. So there's a little bit of a compromise. Don't get so married to the rules that you lose the forest through the trees. If I can use I guess a relatively lame analogy, but that's the point, right? There's so much evidence to support this right here. Don't panic, get out of it, right? But if you're uncomfortable, I mean, my size is not. I think I've got 3 times margin, right? Leverage. It's not huge because it's iffy. Get a little kick here, right? I got some big targets up here for that 1. Does it still not look like we're in a reasonable location for a 4? Definitely. What I don't want to do is just go, well, that didn't work, and then come back and look at it, you know, a month later and go, oh my God, what was it? Why did I? This is a suggestion, right? Don't get so tied to the rules and guidelines that you can lose the forest through the trees. Okay, hopefully that helps, Griff, right? It's some of that is just, you know, if you're new to the markets, right, the rules and guidelines are something to cling to, right? So I don't want to discourage you, right? You certainly want to know them before you break them, right? I was a little sloppy in my description. You want to know you're breaking them. And again, if you took all of this away and just said, okay, if all I'm looking at is just the potential for this, right? And we got out of the whole dialogue, is it a triangle, isn't it? Right? I mean, that's what we're after here. So I'm not going to let just a little bit, oh, fuck, we broke it by $20. Now, if we start to fall down here, different story. Then something else is happening, right? We're going to get a pretty good idea today. All right, hopefully that helps. I don't know if it's more confusing or not, but it's, you know, it's bottom line, trading's not easy, so don't expect it to be. Crypto paralysis, what's he got here? Copy link. Let's see what he's thinking. Let's get this over here. Oh, I know I got RUNE, please. Okay, I probably have time. I probably got time for a few requests. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, Helium. Oh, another fave. Oh, this, I can just look at this and tell you this is a good example of, you know, Monday disrupting counts. Okay, at least we're on a daily, right? I'm glad to see the higher time frames. So let's dig in here. So first, what is he doing here? So we're doing a cycle analysis. Oh, I think Crypto Paralysis gave me one of these for the NASDAQ that I really liked. All right, let's pull back for a second. Let's go to a weekly, right? I got to get the whole context, right? It's good. Okay, where are we coming from? Where are we? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Any question about where the 4 is? No, probably not, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably no disagreement on what we have there. Okay, all right, so 1, 2. What's that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This, interesting, right? That's a great example of exactly what I was talking about before, where like, is the low in? Is low in? Oh, right? You got, here's the market structure shift, right? Or change in state of delivery, if you want to call it, you want to be fancy. Okay, so let's get over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably no dispute, right? Seeing what we have now. Oh shit. Let me get some of that off of. Let me get. Oh Jesus, where is my? What am I trying to do? Settings, template. There we go. Okay, with that, right? Can it still be a C? Yeah, sure can. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, we're in log scale. Do we? Okay, first question: do we need to be in log scale? Right, $2 to $15 or to $10? Yeah, we do. We did a 5, 3. How did you get us out of there? So you're going to do A, B, C. We got a, well, okay, well, so no question we have a 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got a B there. So we A. This is a little funky here. You left me hanging here. So you've got to be going A, B, C into the A as a flat. That works. A, probably triangle. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm with you. That looks like it's going to be an external retracement from the A. And that's 2618. So I can see what he's doing here. So he's doing this. Oh, let's see. Did you take it from that or from that? Looks like he took it from the lower one. Well, maybe not. I can't tell what he's pulled it from. Where are you pulling that? Right? They leave the handles off, so I can't see. Right? Okay, so he's got a 2618 here at the pivot, right? So 1, 2. All right, remember we begin and we end in 5s, right? That where there's no compromise on that, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to a 4-hour here. One, 2, right? That's clean, right? We're not going to call that corrective. There's the 3. Okay, 2, right? Here's another 3, another 3. So you could just track this one just by the 3s. Where am I seeing the corrective action? Lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, right? So not that complicated. Lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. Oh. Right, what's that right there? There's your change in state of delivery right there. Okay, right? So all of a sudden, oh, I get a higher high. And I have a higher low. So something has changed. Oh, I'd be change your character up here, right? Break a structure up here. So, okay, well, shit, you might have to go a little higher than that. Oh, this doesn't matter. Okay, so this is, because we're in log scale, oh, there's a good indicator, adaptive, trend log, this one here. All right, so it'll give you a regression channel in log scale, right? So we can see, okay, right, we're 2 standard deviations on either side, right? So, okay, we didn't quite get out of it. It's pulling from this pivot. Whew, that's good. Okay, let's go back here for a second. What happened here? Looks like he's break low, bullish invalidation, right? So that would certainly invalidate because we can't have a 1, 2. So he's got a, boy, the risk reward here is beautiful. What did Al do here? He's still down there, if I'm right on it. Well, this works out well, right? So there's no need. I would get that right on that pivot, right? So it's tempting to think, oh, well, hey, the golden, right? So, but we can't go 1, 2, right? The 2, there's a hard rule you can't compromise on. The 2 low can never go beyond the start of the 1. So this is very well constructed. Nicely done. Nicely done. So what do we need? We just need a little trigger here. It's a deep 2, right? Still valid. Well, if you're looking at that, what are we thinking? We're thinking 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's good looking 1. It's mighty deep, right? It's very tempting to look at that and go, oh shit, they're gonna get it. Right? That's probably what you're thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Don't pull it. Right? If you're in it, let it run. Well, it's not much of a 2, but that's not unusual for crypto. Clearly the 4. Let's take him off now just for a second. You know what I'm going to do, right? So we don't make the 50 there. Now here, I don't need to be in log scale because I'm really viewing it here from $3 to, you know, from 390 to 340. I don't need to be in log scale. So when I don't have to be, I want to get out of it because it distorts everything, right? So we don't make the 50 here. That's the shallow, but good looking push here. I would certainly still label it as a 1-2. Doesn't look like the 3 is done. That looks like it might be sharp enough. Already hit it. So it's not, you've already burned it, so there's not great value in keeping it on there. So I would go with a channel. Through that, yes, right, we're going to flip that once we get the 3, but for right now, I would just leave it there because that's a lot of wick, right? We're coming back to it. Channeling is key, right? Don't forget the channeling if you're not going to use median lines. So now, whoops, let's pull it from the 2. I don't have this yet, but that's where I would want to have it. That's not what I want. I want wave 4. I just kind of, it's a floater up here. It could be. It looks to me like it's got some more to do. Oh shit, we're on a 10-minute. Let's get out a little bit. 1, 2, live with it. See, this is all wick down here, so this was pretty good demand down here. Got right to the midpoint. 1, 2, working on that 3. Don't assume it, right? We don't know. There's no knowing. Don't fill in the blanks. Oh, 3, 4, 5. It's definitely going. What's the first thing you have to do, right? Where's the first resistance? It's very easy to forget. Al will always be there on the other side. Always, 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 always. Whoops. Went negative there. Can't forget him. Probably the most common thing that happens. People, oh shit, I forgot. We got it. Looks like support becoming resistance. We have an inversion of the fair value gaps here. Same thing here. So this is something's doing that for him. All right, so what fair value gap here? Now we have an inversion fair value gap. Same thing here, right? So that as we sit coming into that zone, look what's there, right? Inversion. We're going to get there. Don't assume it's going to break, right? Assume it's going to hold. Right, let it show you, get a close above, and then, right, so where's the next trade, right? If this is 1, 2, is this going to be 3? If this is 1, well, we'd have a hard, let's put that there. If that's going to be 3, well, we'd got 1, 2, 3. We wouldn't want to see that overlap. The other possibility is this is 1, 2, and this would be 1 to get us out of here. But right now, that all you've got is this. So don't assume more until it shows itself. Well, that'll work. Let's take this down. That in white. All right, so good one. That wick rejection, you know, wouldn't be what you'd hope for. I'd certainly watch this one today. Let's see how all of crypto is going to react like that, the whole market. What are we doing? We're not doing much yet. Probably won't until the news conference. Could it be an ABC? Definitely. Don't make assumptions. Certainly could be an ABC. We didn't get the continuation. So one to watch. The best part of it, right, is the completion of the 5th, right? The 5 that gives us that good start, and we get a higher low. And now that's not the best higher high, right, because of the wick rejection, right? So you want to see that keep going. Right, that's definitely one for a watch list. Now, don't lose context as to where you are. No, now I got to be back in log scale. All right, we have a hard exit line. It's not an ideal start, right? Don't feel like, oh, I don't want to miss it. You're not going to miss anything. Let that very reasonable. Say, okay, well, let me let this thing complete, and I'll take the 3. It brings it back down, right? You got to know that. That's the one you're after. This one, right? Purple belts. That's why we make them do it, right? The only thing they can trade, right? 3s and C's. It builds a discipline, right? It'll only help you, won't hurt you. We don't do that to be dicks about it. Okay. DEI. So we did that one. Griff. Oh, Jesus. DEAI. Shit, I have no idea what this is. Well, he gave me a link. Let's see what we get here. This is from Griff. I'll leave that. I have Helium somewhere. Uh-oh, shit, white screen. So hang on, just to let you know, white screen, it's a little startling. Hang on. Let's go back here. That's just too much. Too harsh. 1 WXY. Good, right? Good thinking. Oh, this is, let's upgrade that. Nice, nice, nice. Good use of volume profile. 1 WXY. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Oh, beautiful. Oh, let's put this on the right. Can we do that? No, we can't. Well, I'm gonna hide that just for a second, so we can look into it. Okay, right, so immediately, right, it's a little bit of a challenge, right? So if we pull this over, okay, if we're going to complete the labeling, oh, I see what he's got. Okay, so I'm sorry, it's because it's in a weird color. Okay, right, and just me, I don't like those things. But 1, 2, reasonable. Is that a 5? I don't think we're going to get any disagreement between that. So combo here, ABC, ABC, ABC. Clean. Okay, what do we got? Right, so we're in log scale, right? Do we need it? Yeah, we do. Okay, so let's get some additional labeling on this. So that's 1, that's 2. Right, not likely to be 3, so not saying it can't be, but just as we sit here, just first blush, first look at it, okay, well, it might have been. That's well done. Just gonna lower these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. All right, I check them. Right, just force a habit. What do we do there? 38 to the tick. Where's the highest probability location for a wave 4 between the 23 and the 38? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's odd. Not okay, right? So 5 down, 5 up. Oh, wait, what? All right, a little conundrum there, right? We begin and we end in 5s, right? So that wouldn't, just as a result of that, right? That doesn't make sense, right? We can't be, we're either beginning or we're ending. So something's askew here, right? We have to reconsider this. Get that off. Right, usually there's a solution in there, almost always, right? Without having to get overly dirty on the Elliott. Okay, so let's go to a 4-hour. Okay, let's see if we can find a solution that works. Okay, so right off the bat, I got an ugly 1. So so Griff, you see that? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're doing a zigzag into the 1. Well, that's not consistent with what follows. And I know you're still learning Elliott Wave, but that wouldn't make sense, right? To go 3, that barely. So I'd push this one here. Well, you probably have to do that like that. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like you'd have to do A, B, C to get the 2 up here. So let's push this one over here. 1, 2, probably. It looks like that's Al's there. Right, most likely. That's him. All right, shocker. It's literally to the tick. To the 65 to the tick. First, did they get paid? Yeah, they got paid. All right, so it's just building conviction in the count. So 1, 2, okay, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a little gnarly in there. Let's hang on a second. I'm gonna pull that off for a second. I think you may have a truncation here. This looks like, oops. This looks like we've done. I'm not sure, but let's just dig for a second. So what helps, right, is if you count the internal. It looks like we're going to go A, B, C into that 4 to get us that 5. Okay, so we may not have the trunk, right? Let's wait and see. God damn, this is a funky count. Let's change that. This is where it gets to be a problem, right? We've got a clear 3 here. Do we have a good impulse here? I think not. All right, we need another layer on this, so we need another level. Let's go up to micro here. May not be worth it. Okay, let's pull it out there. Let's get the internal one. Oh shit. Well, okay. Let's say often, right? This is the sausage making. This is what you have to deal with, right? So it looks like I'm good there, but it looks like I've got to go A, B into a C there because that's just. Oh, we could probably do it here. Let's try and keep it simple. A, B, C into that 2, 3. I can't make that fly, right? So the 4 has to be there. 8, because that's such a clear 3. Let's go to under 2 hour. Okay, so that finishes. That's just weird. We're kind of stuck with it. Okay, so we can get to the 5 here. Tolerable here. So we're missing something here. Hang on. Let's get this off. Okay, let's finish the internal count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm not married to it, just getting it there. Obviously, it would be a trunk. A tricky one, no question. All he said is a bitch, right? You're right. So let's just. This is what's making it tricky. Okay, so it looks like we can go ABC over here. So let's try and piece some more of this together. Micro, put you in yellow. Okay, this is a now note here. So I'll wick down here. Looks it would appear. Let's see if there's an ABC in that. So we got to come up a degree. Yeah, shit. We are deep in the sausage here. Let's go minuet. Put that in white or red. That'll work. I got too many waves. So that makes me think I've got a candidate here for an ABC. Don't love it. It's a little, it's kind of where we are with so much other R closes down here. That's a hard reversal. Don't love it, but it's tricky, right? So this is what you're all dealing with. So let's see if we can find something that makes sense. Definitely a tricky one. Okay, so that kind of guiding us into that. The C, obviously, much bigger than the AB, but I don't see a better solution here because I've got to have that. I've got to have that impulse there. That's clearly a 5, clearly a 3, clearly a 5. That impulse has to be accounted for. Let's see if I go up to minuet here. Ah, Jesus, what is with my machine? Okay, can we do this as a WXY? I know some people are looking at this going, oh, fuck, man, who cares? Green, let's take you up. Let's see if we can make this thing fly here. All right, a little hot for the X, but it's a little dirty. I don't know. My wizards might disagree here, but as I look at that, this is kind of driving it. I can do this 3 here. What do I want now? I want an ABC to be done. And I want this out of here because I've completed. The idea is I've completed up here. Oh, one of my wizards. I think that X can go past that. I double check. That's what I would do. I would double check with them. Just as would encourage you guys to do the same. So let's see if I can get this done. Get you up here. Oh, that's a hideous looking C, but it looks like, again, we might have that same kind of diag because of the, this is, you know, the freak out. Jesus, that is brutal. What, here, did I get, oh, I got can't. Why do I look like I've got, Jesus, looks like I've got lines. That's a hurry up and wait to me. Okay, so I would bring all of this over here. Clearly this has been some support down here. The market is wrestling with that. At a 50 from the low. Do I love it? No. Is there some dirty Elliott in there? Yes. Is Al involved here? Al is always involved. I don't even have to wonder, right? I knew that was going to be there. He's always there. There he is, right there. Well, you got him here, actually. All right, from the 50, right? Little tap with 50, just fucking pings the target to the tick. Right now, we get it again. Let's see. Is he cock blocking this move off the low? That's a little hot. Could be another 50. There's a target down here. Would put us right where we're looking for it, right between the 50 and the golden zone from the low. In here, I'm starting to like it. Do we have a clean finish there? Fuck no. What are you doing with that? 1. A, B, C. Oh, fuck. How can we do that? A, B, C, D, E. Maybe. Well, that, well, fuck. Now I'm right back to what was the challenge on CRV. I can't have an actionary wave in there. So I don't know what you're doing with that. That's just wait. You're in an algo box here. And talk about dirty Elliott. Boy, that's a hold for me. I wouldn't touch that. I mean, you can make a case, right? Okay, we're at support. You could certainly talk yourself into, okay, that's decent looking support. We got plenty of hurdles to get through on the way up. Let's go all the way right? If the low is in, right, next thing it's got to get through is this, right up here. That's a wait for me, right? So again, why? How we say, why? What's the hurry? Why? What's in a hurry, right? If we get some sort of a pop right here, right, you're likely to get a retrace. Take that. Let it get some clarity, because there's no, whatever count you put on that, it's going to be dirty. So I'm sticking to calling it that. So why? What's the hurry? You know, you might, if you're just like, oh God, I love this project. God, I want to get a little something. Just to a little, take a little bit. Like, wait, get some signs of strength, right? Everybody, the whole fucking planet is waiting to get through this Fed announcement. Okay, well, let's get through it and get on the other side of it. My thoughts. Okay, Griff, yeah, that's a toughie, right? But don't force anything. You're not going to miss anything. Through the hangman. Oh, I love this handle. Okay, the hangman wants JPY, USDJPY. So rarely do I get any FX in here. I'm glad to see it. What should we use here? Let's use O-index so we can get a proxy for volume. We at least get tick volume. Okay, well, this is no question. This is one we got to pay attention to. Okay, any thoughts here? Well, shit, we're gonna have to go to a weekly. All right, well, this can take a little bit. Okay, well, shit, it's been a while since I looked at this. Now we're on a weekly, so I'm not consumed with, oh God, do I have a clean 5 there? It doesn't matter at this point. Okay, well, let's get off the low. Al, of course, right? Al's always there, right? Al, it's rules FX. All right, probably something along these lines, right? Does it matter right after this, right? So something corrective here. We could probably get into a fucking WXY here with a triangle. It almost doesn't matter. Let's keep it simple. What are we calling that? We're not calling it a 1. Let's go down to the daily. Well, it looks like you got a pretty clear diag to come off that low. All right, so we can dig in a little bit here. So again, so 5s and 3s, right? When in doubt, where are the 5s, where are the 3s, right? So I can look here and go, oh, fuck, that's hard to miss. Oh, well, we can leave it there. Let's go. All right, so hard to miss the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So something completed here. This, God, that's going to be mighty sharp if that's a combo. Yeah. Well, you're probably, again, let's try and keep 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try and keep it as simple as we can, right? Since we're way over here. Probably live with that. Here's the, I mean, how do we not call this 5? That's not great there, though. That's the 4. With an overlap, right? Can we work around that? I got the algo target right there as well. Is that it? I'm not positive. Well, let's measure it. Front run could be. Looks like a little bullish order flow right here. Right on that. Down before we go up. Well, this just got a little wobbly, didn't it? If we're calling that 4. Oh, geez. Well, I guess I make myself vulnerable to this. This is definitely a tricky one. Okay, let's go up to minor. Oh, let's do something with a circle. Intermediate. There we go. Am I going to live with that 4? Oof, I can't say I love it, but there's no workaround there. You got to go with that. Well, let's see. Hang on. Yep. No, you got 5 all day, right? So you're kind of stuck with the sharp there. I can't make this shit up. Okay, so we're right to the 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we do with that? Note here what we've come back to. It's fucking incredible. Let's get it. So this one here is off of that 1. Do you see the precision here? Right. That's not Billy Bob FX trader, right? Only software is that precise. Okay, so what are we doing with this? That sure looks like a 5. So we're a little fucked here. This is, what are we doing here as an Elliottician? God damn, are we doing that? Doesn't look like I can finish it. Oh, that's not what I want. Excuse me. I want 1. Can I squeeze it in here? Is this what I'm stuck with? I don't think I can get that done. I can't. Ugh, fuck me. Yeah, that's gonna be tricky. Do we have a running flat here? Oh, that's definitely a tricky one. Okay, let's hang on here. Okay, let's get all this off. Big picture. Oh, where's a wizard when you need one? Oh, I would definitely want to consult with my guys on this one, which again is exactly what I would encourage you to do. So it eliminates the, oh God, that's my 4. Holy shit, right? And yes, it was technical. I'd be inclined to put this here as an A. That looks like 3. We need to come down here. That cleans it up. God, the 2 is a fucking mile away. Boy, if there's a wizard on, if one of my guys are on, concur for me whether or not this looks like it makes sense. We actually, can we do this as an? Well, if it's going to go higher, we could do this, right? Because we could do this as an A, and this is a B, and this is, oh shit, that's good. That's so bearish. If this is A and this is B, and we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, no, that seems too bearish. And this is the dollar, right? So I think you're probably stuck with the ABC here, which I don't love, but ABC into an. Now let's simplify it. Until forced to compromise, until change that. You're stuck with that, as far as I'm concerned. My guys might differ with me. They often do, right? But I can expand the B here. I think the X is may be going too far. That's what I've got on the inverse. What do we get to? Oh, look at that precision. 382, 414, right to it. That's, that's well within the range for a B to expand. Oops, to expand. 1, 2, right? And you might reconsider that. 1, 2. The other thought is we're here, right? And we've done it. 3, 4. Channeling. All right, what have we not added onto this? Oh, let's go here. Looks decent here. All right, this is just kind of sloppy, a little dirty on the low, but you got to deal with it. So we can probably label all of this. Oh, fuck. Might as well, let's not be something along these lines. I guess we're going to stick with that. It's a force fit to try and turn this into a 3. We can live with that 3, right? That B is not beyond, but god damn, right? This is what we're looking at. This would be the 4, right? Now where's the high probability location for a 4, right? So that it flies, right? But it doesn't. Yeah, it looks like I could maybe get that to work. Hang on. We're still on daily 1, 2. It looks like I can. It looks like it's here. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't say I love the 2, but there it is. Measure, right? When in doubt, right? It takes, oops, I gotta change that. It takes just seconds to do it. Let's see how we look here. 38. If that's A, B, C. Looks like you got a contender there for that to be done. So what are we waiting for? Come on down. Big order block right there. That's a little wacky. Let's go to 4. Do I need to do that? Well, that looks like 5, that looks like 3, and that looks like you got a 5. So it does kind of look like you're stuck with that. Interesting, right? Since we're expanding the B up here, we're having to do it here. That's that's ABC, right? You're stuck with that. And that, there's a 5 in there. 1, 2, 3, sloppy 4. I think you're kind of stuck with that. A, B, C. There's no way work around there. 1, 2. Almost looks like ABC into that. Might have to do that as WXY. That does look like ABC. Oh. Can we get a 2 in that? I'm overanalyzing here. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, we're good there. So that looks like, oh shit, how are we going to do this? Let's keep it simple. I can't say I love that. Oh, let's use a regression channel. That makes it easier. All right, just 2 standard deviations on either side. It's right there. And what I'll often do is, because you can't draw it, you can't extend them. Okay, so the little break there. Okay, the break doesn't immediately mean, oh God, it's falling through the floor. Looks like that's A, or 1. Looks like A, B, C. Looks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we've got that. Okay, where's Al? Right, tee him up. He's going to be here. All right, so somewhere over here. Looks like you might be starting on that, right? You're going to get reactions. Currencies are definitely going to react today. Something like that, right? It could be 1, right? We don't know. It could A, 1. They look the same. If this is complete, you'd anticipate the A. B could be a big C. Okay, that's the sausage party right there. That's the sausage making right there. That's not easy to work through that. Hopefully you get something out of that. That's a, God, that's, whew. Well, it's good. What's the date of that? Where? Here's the election. Day after the election, we get a pump and then a dump and then another pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're stuck with that. There's a 5. Do we get a 3? Right. That's all that remains. Right. If we get a 3 there, that's a good looking sell, as far as I'm concerned. Right. little break, right? So this is, you know, the break of a channel, break of a trend line, right? This often is retail bait because they'll sell it, right? We'll go up for the B, right? The B is always the sucker because the retail will think, oh, it's here we go, right? They don't understand. It's all right. They will eventually. We need them. Okay, so AB. It looks to me like your next play is into the short. I'd keep it. You know, the beauty of FX, like crypto, right? You can trade, you know, very small size and still participate, right? Because a move like that, you know, it's a pretty big payday. Okay, hopefully that helped. I didn't bore you to death. Okay, so how about this on the Nifty? Mojaka. Oh, are you from India? Makes sense. Okay, hang on. Copy link. Okay, all right. So let me. How we doing on time? Oh shit, 1:30. It looks like I had a few requests here. RUNE, I saw it. Thanks, sir. Oh, you. Oh, Moondog. No problem, man. Oh, I'm shocked. I don't see more FX traders in here. It absolutely shocks me, right? But you know, you can't trade everything. Okay, Mo, what are we thinking here? I'm gonna just switch this to my color palette. Oh, I got stuff over here. We're doing expansion. What'd we hit? 2. What are you doing? 1. Okay, looks like that's all good. Oh, this is just drop dead by the book. Just out of curiosity. Oops. How do we look, right? So traditional Elliott, 38. Okay. It's probably a bit big. You can see the nice channeling here. Oh, that's pretty sweet right there. All right, so we got a little throw over here, so you'd expect some throw over on the other side. Nice channeling for a good looking 3. Is this Al here? I'm gonna pull that off for a second. Looks like it might be. What do you think? Right? Doesn't matter, right? Nifty, Nvidia, CRV, ADA, FET, right? It's the same shit over and over and over, right? Al is always there. All right, it's not why it moves, it's how it moves, right? It looks like you got a corner pocket there as well, right? Not a golden. Oh shit, they missed. If I've got the, no, if we missed it. Wow. Let me get that. It looks like that's still in play. All right, on there. Right on there. Right on there. Let's lock that. Whoops. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to lock it. Lock it. Okay. That's untapped. Not there yet. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so what does that mean for a target up here? That 80% is still in play. I have seen it take years. Oh, that's going to be too far. So this might be distorting a little bit. $26. I would be shocked if we didn't get there from this. Now we're not going to go in a straight line, but very real target. You got a runner on it. Oh, you could probably just, well, here, see, it's faster. I think to do it this way. Keep that runner on the edge. All right, this is the lowest point, so I'm going to bump that up just a hair. You just want it to be parallel to those. I could add it, you know, and it looks like it's just, if I just go another 100%, it would have it. Okay, so we're coming in for the low down here. Whoops. A, B. Why would you think anything else? 3, A, B, C. Down for the 4. It's got some big letters here, big degrees. Let's dig in there. A, B, right? Good man, right? He knew to do that. Look, look, all right. Double at the 50, back to the 50, right? Some markets, they'll react 50 over golden, right? So don't ignore the 50. Looks like you're in for that, stuck with that A, B, C there. It's good work. Yeah, it looks like it's not quite, oh, are we there? You might have to do it here. That 4 might not be it. You might have to do an ABC there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. That's a little gnarly in there. That may not be clean. Well, the 1, 2, you're kind of 1, 2, 1, 2. Is that done? Well, that would help it a little bit there. No, hang on. Let's get over here. Brighten that up a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks to me like we got a 1 there. This is where it got gnarly. Maybe not. 1, 2. I gotta label it. Possibly 1, 2 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. So maybe that 1 is good. So let's back it off. Okay, damn it, I gotta try and get this done. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us a 3, 4. Well, we could extend. This has gotten, so we've gone into a series of 3s here. It's getting complicated now. All right, so do we have a 4 here? Okay, when in doubt, measure. I want to put this down here. So let's see. This is going to be a big pull from now. Do we need to be in log? Maybe not. Well, here's 100, right? So you can see why I'm wanting to put this down here with an extension, because the 1, 2 is huge. So this might need to come down. Excuse me, come down. So, oops, sorry, it doesn't have to be long. It just can't be the shortest. But this looks too... Oh, Jesus, this is a bitch. I like that 1, 2 there. This is classic 4. But you got into a 3 here. So I think you're going to have to wait. Because the potential here is you've done a 4 C. I can't finish with a 3. That needs a little bit more. So I would be here waiting, right? Is the 3 here? Is it here? Is it here? Oh, wait, that needs. There's not enough there to make a trade. It's too unsure what that is. Might need to come up here. So I would hold off. It's a long way to get there, but when in doubt, right, hold until it'll clear, but you need more information there. The market hasn't really revealed itself. It's not a great looking impulse. I mean, it's tempting to do it, right, to just go, oh, fuck it, right? It's very tempting, but that's a 3. I can't finish there. That's a hold. Okay, let me, Mo, Jaka, sorry, man. I got, don't, why, right? Why, if you're unsure, right? I'm unsure. Unless you see something that gives you clarity, I'd wait. I love it down here, but how it gets there, all right, let's let it do its thing. Okay, I'm going to do one. So there was somebody over here who was really asking, let me bring your chat over here so I can see it. Okay, let's see if I can do two of these since you guys are nice to hang out. Let's see. So let's do RUNE. Okay, so let's see what RUNE looks like. RUNE. Oh, let's go to Coinbase. We'll have plenty of history there. Let's go to the daily. Oh, interesting. Haven't looked at. Oh, we're on the perpetual. Well, that got rocked. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, let's work backwards, right? Which is often what you have to do. What do we see here? Well, first, that looks like that's too far for Al, but let's just check it. Yeah, it looks like it is. Yeah, it's too far. Well, let's see. Was he here? Probably. Do we have a 5 there? Oh, Jesus. We have a 5 there. That looks like a 3, right? So the question is, can I get a 5 in here? Oh, fuck me. 1, 2. It doesn't clean it up. So big, right? So it's tempting to think, oh, ABC, right? It looks like you might have some sort of a ABC there. You know, good luck counting that. Might have to do it as a diag. Oh, come on, machine. Uh-oh, here we go. Gotta hate it. Oh, talk about dirty Elliott. That just does not work. So that's going to have to be corrective. So we're going to have to do that as a WXY. ABC, ABC, ABC. All right, so we're stuck with that. Would seem to me. Okay, can we finish this thing? Well, it's a waterfall. Can we get away with that? I'm not sure we can. Let's go 4. 1, 2. All right, nice 3 into the 2. That looks like 1. Why is my machine lagging? It's annoying. Okay, let's work backwards. That looks like I got a completed 5 there. Oh, geez. Sorry, my machine is lagging a little bit. Looks like working backwards might be able to get that to fly. Do I have an impulse there? Probably get away with that. I'm on a 4. You're going to have to pull a 1, 2 out of that. 3, 4, 5. Extension in the 5th. It's tempting to think, okay, so when we start to head down, there's a clean 5. 1, 2. I think it looks like a better finish here if I work this as the finishing 5. Al, I don't think that looks like it's pretty skinny. Nope, there he is. Third target. That's a little abrupt there. There could be another kick here. I'd actually, what I'd hope to see here is just a little fake out up here and then down. That would clean this up. It would, see what it would do? It balances the 2 and the 4. So I'd want to see this. Maybe get the 4 in right here. See right on the edge of that channel. Length of the 2 projected from the proposed 3. It would clean that up a bit if you could get a pop here. So be careful of assuming, oh, that we're doing this. That would be just a cleaner finish. Assuming, right, this is going to hold as the 3. And not, you could see an alternate here. And you're going to do the whole thing as an extension. Oh, this would have to go here. This would have to go here. This could go here, although that's pretty deep. That's 50's fine. We got an alternate here. Extension in the 5th. I'd want to see it sweep that low, of course. Right, just for confirmation, because if they want to buy it, they're not going to leave that. Well, you know, they, right? Algos. I would look for that to get swept. And for just that kind of footprint that you'd want to see, sweep and right, get the, you know, there's liquidity down there. We don't even have to wonder about it. We know it's there. Let's get that sweep, come up, right? So you'd want to see again the change in state of delivery, right? So I would mark that right there. Inducement, CISD, right? So we get some sort of confirm, right? Because otherwise, is the low in? Is that it? Is that it? Is it? It's got to be some break. This could fly, actually. Let's see what that looks like on that 1-2 as an extension. Oh, nice. So for the 3, right? So here's the 1618, 175, right? That's, so you're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That actually, I may prefer this. A little deep on the 4. A, B, oh, fuck. Close enough. A little dirty. What do you got here? That's the freak out that, you know, fucked all the counts up. Can't say I don't like this. But that doesn't mean pick the turn. That means wait. Wait. Get that one. Okay. What? I had one more RUNE. Opti. All right. Last one. Then I got to get out of here. What time is it? Oh, shit. I'm doing. I keep saying I'm not going to do it. Opti. We'll get all the history here. Oh, God. There's a shit show right there. Is that what you wanted? Opti? Better. This one is telling me to run far away. Well, okay, you're putting in new all-time lows there, right? So do we need to get a log scale? Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. Well, there's no reason to buy that. I mean, one, look at all the chop in here. Good God. If I pull up a chart, now this is me, I pull up a chart and I see that kind of fucking radio wave, next chart. I'll wait till that and this is the aggregator, so it's going to have all the history, everything, but that's, I wouldn't touch that. Not yet. Right now, it may look better. No thanks on that one. Right, I'll wait. Right, you know, simple. Okay, give me something. Right, you're going to have to sweep one of these highs to confirm the lows in, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower, right? One of these has to pop. You get it, right? Stop on the low. Okay, guys, I got to wrap it there. Okay, thanks to all that hung out here. I always appreciate you guys. Oh, I know there's a few more on there. Easiest way, if you have something you want me to look at, just join our free Discord. Free, pop in, right? Next Wednesday, you know, if you're a free member, we ask that you post a chart. If you're one of the tiers of membership, you can just ask away. So that's an easy way to do it. If I didn't get to something you were looking at today, right? It costs you nothing. You post your chart, boom, we'll look at it. It doesn't have to be gorgeous, you know, just give me some sense that you're trying to apply our methodology and you're not just coming in going, oh, fuck, just, you know, give me some answers, right? That doesn't help you, right? We're here to help you, not hurt you. Okay, guys, have a good one. Well, you know, it's going to be an interesting afternoon. We'll see how the markets respond.